Good morning, TVEC, and welcome to the News at 9-ish.
Today is Monday, September 30th, and it's National Chewing Gum Day.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. You may be seated.
Good morning, Twin Valley Elementary Center. Happy Monday morning to you all. I really hope that you survived all the rain from this past weekend and that you still had a great weekend at home. I'm going to start right away this morning with our Pride nominations. We got a bunch of them, and one of them really took the cake. We have Mrs. Bowman's class had 4 different Pride nominations. Looks like Miss Bowman's class was doing a wonderful job walking the hallways, being great role models. Miss Bowman's class, exceptional during Specialist Week. They make great choices, participated enthusiastically. We're all around great class. They play hard at recess, but they also play fair. They clean up and calm themselves down when it's time to go back inside. And the whole class showed grit and perseverance in PE to win the fastest class challenge. Way to work hard. So Miss Bowman's class, I'm going to actually throw a TVEC for you guys with 4 nominations. Congratulations. Let's have another great week. Mrs. King's class came in second with nominations this week. Mrs. King's class had such great music class this week. They were kind, respectful listeners. We're doing a song about fall, and they had great ideas to share. Everyone tried their best. Mrs. King's class improved greatly walking the hallway, and Mrs. King's class has just done a great job improving around the school as they're walking to and from their specials. So great job, Mrs. King's class. Here's a TVEC throw-in for you guys as well. And the last Pride nomination that came in third place, Mrs. A's class. Mrs. A's class was extremely quiet in the hallway, and everyone in class is being safe and responsible in PE. They worked hard this week learning how to juggle scarves. That sounds really difficult to do. So nice job, Mrs. A's class. So those are our Pride nominations for this week. Remember, next week, the week we're in right now, is going to be the last week before we add them all up and do our classes of the month. So we got one more week, and then we're going to do classes of the month. All right, TVECs. We have the following people that earned TVECs. We have Seth Klepper in Mrs. Ace Apira's class. We have Ella in Mrs. Campbell's class. We have Bryn Wagner in Mrs. Ace Apira's class. We have Ella Nappy in Miss Burns' class. Maverick Cummins in Mrs. Cresswell's class. We have Avery Miles in Miss King's class. Isabella Evans in Miss King's class. Lizzie Melvin in Mrs. Abadusky's class. Weston Gordon in Mrs. Cherlin's class. Branson Bennett in Mrs. Abadusky's class. We have Grayson Galbraith in Miss Jam Gochin's class. Charlotte Tharafalo in Miss Weaver's class. Drew Patel in Miss Lonsdale's class. Isaac Elliker in Mrs. Bowman's class. Jeff Conlow in Mrs. Bowman's class. Hannah Stevens in Mrs. Rotoloni's class. Bailey Keene in Mrs. Berger's class. Nick Basinich in Miss Sanger's class. And finally, Zach Phillips in Miss Schul's class. All right. So out of all those TVEC winners, I chose one from each grade level. Actually, I kind of went a little bit farther. I picked 2 in 2 grade levels because there's a couple really good ones that I like. So we have Ella, Miss Campbell's class. Ella has been working hard during her group centers. She's participating, and her hard work is helping her learn more and more. That's awesome, Ella. TVEC for you. Bryn Wagner. This is from Miss McHugh and Mrs. Ace and Pierce class. Bryn is always going above and beyond to follow the class rules in the gym and to help others as well. So Bryn Wagner, that is a TVEC for you. Maverick Cummings, and this is for Maverick. This is from Mrs. Ebling. Maverick Cummings is in Mrs. Cresswell's class. It says, Maverick has been working hard to do his best job in music all the time. He's focused, learning, and helping the class by being an amazing role model and musician. Maverick, congratulations. TVEC for you. Avery Miles in Mrs. King's class. Avery's been working so hard during her reading both her small groups and during whole group lessons with reading. Even if something is difficult, she perseveres and she continues to try. This is an important skill to have, to continue to try despite being something difficult. So perseverance is a key trait to a successful student. Make sure you keep trying even if it's hard. Some point it will click and you'll do a great job. All right, we have Grayson Galbraith from Miss Jim Gochin's class. Grayson's been showing a lot of effort into listening directions, listening or participating, completing his work, and fixing mistakes when he makes them. Everyone makes mistakes. You just go and you learn from them, and then you fix them up. So Grayson, congratulations, TVEC for you. And Jeff Conlow, Miss Bowman's class. Jeffrey came to third grade ready to rock. He set a goal for himself to complete all his work for the week and achieve that goal. Keep it up, Jeffrey. Congratulations, TVEC, for you. And Zach Phillips. I chose Zach because he's a constant helper around the classroom, consistent participation in all subject areas, and he's willing to take risks. Even if it's hard, he doesn't know if he's going to be successful, he takes those risks. He learns about the importance of organizing and applying it to his life, and also he is a great person. So Zach, that is a TVEC for you. Congratulations. And everybody, I hope you have a really great week at school. Remember, really work hard, get the job done, persevere like we just talked about, and things will go your way. All right? Don't give up. Never give up. All right. Remember, treat yourself well and always be kind to others. Take care, TVC.